You are tuning in to Coach the GOAT. What is going on, guys? It's your boy Wesley here, and I'm bringing you guys this video of some NBA 2K21 gameplay the day after the Houston Rockets just traded NBA superstar James Harden to the Brooklyn Nets in a huge blockbuster trade. The Woj bomb dropped yesterday, so I'm bringing you guys this video. We're gonna call it the GOAT bomb. The Sixers were also interested in trading for James Harden, but they were asking for Ben Simmons plus more, and the Bucks and the Heat were also interested, and James Harden also said that he wouldn't mind going to the Blazers and the Celtics. So it's pretty obvious he was desperate to leave Houston, but he ended up on the Nets. Harden was quoted saying, we're just not good enough, chemistry, talent-wise, everything. It's clear. I love this city. I've literally done everything that I can. It's crazy. It's something that I don't think can be fixed. So in this video, I'm going to be kind of getting more into this trade, talking about who I think kind of maybe won the trade, getting a new look at these Nets, not only in this gameplay, but as I talk about them, and look at the Rockets as well, and just kind of talk about, this crazy day in the NBA. So, when you look at the Nets, they received James Harden, and the Rockets, ended up with Victor Oladipo along with Dante, Exum, Rodions, Kurucs, and 3 first-round picks, as well as another first-round pick from Milwaukee Bucks. So 4 total first-round picks, as well as 4 first-round pick swaps. So Houston got a lot in return for James Harden. They're probably happy to move on from Harden. Obviously, you guys probably know he was talking a lot of trash in the locker room. It's pretty clear he didn't want to be there, and I would say the Rockets now, they're not necessarily, title contenders, but, they're a solid team. And with the emergence of, Christian Wood kind of stepping up this year, if they can stay healthy, they have a chance to, make some noise and have a good year. You got to keep in mind that, John Wall, Victor Oladipo, and DeMarcus Cousins, as you see right there, are all coming off, catastrophic season-ending type injuries. And then on top of that, they're going to have to build some chemistry. Obviously, John Wall and Boogie played together at Kentucky back in the day, but, this isn't 2010. This is 2021 now, so, things are a little bit different. So, to quickly touch on the Pacers and the Cavaliers, who were also a part of this blockbuster trade, the Pacers obviously received Caris Levert as well as a second-round pick from the Houston Rockets. So, that's pretty good pickup for them. Caris Levert, he's an emerging star. He's a couple years younger than Victor Oladipo as well. So, he has a lot of talent. And I feel like he kind of fits right into, what the Pacers like to do. And then the Cavaliers, they end up with Jarrett Allen as well as Taurean Prince. And, Jarrett Allen's a pretty underrated pickup. I mean, he's only like maybe 22 years old. And he was having a pretty great season. Well, obviously playing along, KD and Kyrie is going to make him look a little bit better. But, he's definitely has a lot of potential. Hopefully he can find some way into that Cavaliers rotation because they got a lot of big men. But, speaking generally, the Nets, most people would say, are kind of Eastern Conference favorites now. They have the scoring, obviously, with, Irving, Harden, and Durant. Durant is averaging, approximately 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists already this year. So kind of right back into that pre-injury form. And, that's one thing about Durant is, he's going to ball. He's going to play ball. Burner accounts aside, out of him, James Harden and Kyrie Irving, he's probably the least amount of drama. But as long as their egos don't collide, and also you got to keep in mind Steve Nash is, first-year head coach, even though he's obviously a basketball genius over the years. How will that work out in Brooklyn? Is there enough basketball to go around? You're talking about a lot of guys that want to be the number one option, that are putting up, 20-plus shots a game. Who is going to get the ball in crunch time? Personally, I'd go with Durant, but anyway. Also, another question mark is, do they have the defense? people were already kind of questioning their defense before they made the trade. So, you know, what are we supposed to say now? They've obviously lost some depth that they had on their roster, trading away some of their bench. You know, they still have Spencer Dinwiddie, but, you know, he's hurt. He has a partially torn ACL. No telling when he's going to come back. You know, other than that, they have Joe Harris, who's mostly just a spot-up shooter, even though he's kind of having a pretty good year. Landry Shamet, who came over from the Clippers, and Jeff Green and DeAndre Jordan. But I figure, you know, the Nets will try to have a star on the floor at all times to, you know, keep the pace going, keep the point scoring. You know, Kyrie and KD are both coming off of injuries as well. So, you know, health will obviously be a factor for them down the stretch when the playoffs come. You know, that's always going to be a factor in the postseason, really, for any NBA team. And then obviously another huge question mark is Kyrie even coming back? I mean, we really don't know. He hasn't been playing the last few games for the Brooklyn Nets. You know, he was recently seen, I guess, at his sister's birthday party, you know, wearing no mask. And as you know, the NBA kind of updated, you know, the COVID protocols and restrictions. So nobody really knows. You know, he could be going through a lot. You know, Kyrie's been pretty weird lately. I mean, he's always kind of been a little weird, you know, from the flat earth to, you know, how he speaks about the media to, you know, burning sage in the arenas, etc., etc. You know, who really knows what's next? But hopefully we'll see him back out there and he'll, you know, kind of buy into the season, because really talented player. We want to see him succeed for the most part. You know, looking ahead, Brooklyn's kind of in a win now mode, so most people will be shocked if they end up not making the finals this year. I mean, it would be like, how did you guys not make the finals with those three stars on the court? You know, I think Milwaukee Bucks probably have the best chance to knock them out with Giannis, and then you can also throw maybe the Sixers and the Celtics in there. But overall, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. And even if, you know, the Nets do make it to the finals, you know, who's going to guard AD? Who's going to guard Braun? Assuming the Lakers make it as well. Who knows? So I know a lot of people are excited about this trade, you know, including the strippers and the strip clubs in Brooklyn. You know, we don't want to have to see Harden whine all season, you know, and now there's also a possible contender, you know, against the Lakers if they make it to the finals. Other people aren't happy, you know, because they're kind of tired of this super team era in the NBA. You know, started with Braun in Miami, then we had Golden State for like 5 years straight. And, you know, other people also upset, I seen on Twitter, because, you know, obviously David Stern vetoed Chris Paul to the LA Lakers, which kind of, you know, prevented Kobe from potentially tying Jordan for that 6th ring way back in the day. You know, personally, I'm not a big David Stern fan because, you know, he got rid of my Seattle Supersonics, so automatic beef with Stern, even though, you know, RIP. But anyway, at the end of the day, you know, time will tell who really won this trade. You know, we can't really see right now. It literally just happened yesterday. But we'll see as the season unfolds, you know, assuming that Big Rona doesn't ruin it all. So, you know, thanks for watching, guys. This has kind of been me just breaking down and talking about what can we expect from this trade. You know, what is going to be going on the rest of this season with, you know, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and Kevin Durant all playing together on the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, that is like a lot of talent and a lot of ego all on one team. You know, it's going to be pretty crazy to see. So, you know, I got more 2K21 videos coming soon, including, you know, NBA 2K21 My Career featuring the GOAT. So subscribe if you guys want to see that, as well as more NBA discussion videos and keeping track about what's going on this season. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Smash the like button and subscribe. This is your boy Coach the GOAT, and I am signing out. Peace out, mother trucker!